nice and loud, Medivac. Normally, I can.
Sorry.
Get yourself positioned first, and then
I crank it up so I can talk over people on a Thursday night.
Right. Who's not in? Oh, let me just move everybody around. I forgot. I have. I need to redone the intro, don't I? Because now it's still got tickety text on it. Playing a character that took me a lifetime to create. I would just like to.
But now you love that class, so there's a bonus.
I do love that class a lot, but it would be really good.
No one will ever touch it again.
Yeah, it was a fun. I put a lot of time into Terek.
It's very OP once it was done, but very nice.
Well, yeah,
you could just kill anything.
It was. It's like, you're dead. You're dead.
I think
I've not had a cigar for 24 hours. Can I just point out? How good is that?
Is that on purpose or
on poise? Yes.
Oh, well done. I'm always pleased when people do things like that. Is this to go onwards or?
Hopefully, yeah.
Well done.
I'm trying to get this vaping gear sorted. So
I don't
drink for 24 hours. Do you know why? I've been at work.
I don't understand. I know this sounds weird, but I don't understand what vaping is. What exactly is it?
It's like having a dummy.
What do you suck in something and then blow out something?
Yeah, it turns the vape liquid into like a vapor. A vapor form. You inhale it as you would a cigarette or a cigar.
Right.
Yeah, but it's all the narcotic effect without needing smoke.
Yeah, but you have to make sure everyone around you enjoys the smoke. Otherwise, you're a vapist, and no one wants to be that.
Oh my lord!
And it doesn't have all the crap stuff you get in cigarettes or cigars. It's got a whole new different bunch of crap stuff.
Yes.
Does it have nicotine in it then?
Yeah, just a very small amount.
Right. Because somebody was saying that vaping is actually healthier than smoking.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Until they suddenly
they're
find
finding things wrong with it, but it's still, they haven't found as much.
It's kind of like how like a milkshake is slightly more healthy than heroin, but
what?
Okay. Only slightly, only very slightly.
No, it's slightly, yeah.
It's
so
quite,
technically
it's a lot thicker to get to your veins as well. So yeah.
Did you say milkshake?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Oh.
Yeah. Milkshake versus heroin, which is the greater evil?
I don't know. There's a flavoured milk you get from a country shop that I go to.
It depends. Are the victims my thighs? Sorry.
Does your what? I tell you, being lactose intolerant, milk is pretty. That's
hardcore.
Yeah. It doesn't have a good effect. I must admit. But I've never had.
I'm with you on that one.
I've never had. You're down for trying heroin now? Is that what you're suggesting?
I was going to say I've never. The only
drug I've never had is heroin.
Oh no, we can't hear you.
Oh dear.
For me. Am I still...
No, Lionel just said, "Can you hear me?" I just thought he was being quiet.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder too.
What you need to do, you can't go, "Hello." No. Is it me? No,
Is it me? I'm looking for.
Going back somewhat to lactose intolerance and milk allergies, I must admit that when searching for dairy alternatives, it's never presented me with heroin. I don't know why. But it's never come up as an option when I search for them.
One of my girls
You're hanging out with the wrong people in the dumpster behind the fish and chip shop.
Clearly.
Medivac, that sounds really weird when you say one of my girls. It just...
Sorry.
It sounds like you're
one of my stable.
Yeah.
Right. Lionel, if you go to the microphone at the bottom left of the actual video screen, there's a drop-down menu of all the microphones at the very top that you've got active. Mine changes every week, so I have to remember to change it back. That worked. That worked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just thought you've been really quiet.
No, I was commenting on the whole vaping, and then what's worse, milkshake or heroin.
Well, you sat there thinking, why are they ignoring me? This is not a very friendly group.
Well, no, I was thinking like, oh man, like my comment must be horrendous if they're just talking over me.
It ghosting you completely.
Yeah, it has to be really bad for Captain.
I'm trying to set the bar so you guys can jump off it.
Yes, it was an exciting weekend last weekend, wasn't it? Somebody took a pot shot at your president, I think.
No,
Yeah,
he didn't even make it to the same room.
I loved all the reactions everyone had except for Donald Trump, where he just treated it like it was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I love that one guy who was just sat there continuing to eat his salad while everyone else.
That's the thing.
That was great.
That was the right reaction.
The security saw him coming, and just ignored him. It's like so funny.
I was.
Yeah. Also,
go for it.
Yeah, he didn't even. There's a staircase that led to the opening of the ballroom, and by the way, the stage is on the other side of that door. He didn't even make it to the staircase.
Was he shot?
He was nowhere
then?
near.
Or was he brought down?
No, he just fell down. He fell down. He fell down and knocked himself out. Wasn't shot.
No,
the only person who was shot was looks like the person who was shot was accidentally shot by a coworker.
Mm-hmm.
So another.
Yeah, I've not seen a confirmation of that, but I've heard that it sounds like it was.
There's video.
There's video.
Yeah, there was video of like the guy who was shooting saw like the guy bomb rushing, and he just pulled out his gun and started shooting at all his coworkers and stuff. Like you see like frame by frame, and it's like him shooting, and he's like, and like me, I'm not like a sniper or anything like that, but I'm like, the lead he's giving this guy is horrendous, because I'm like, you're aiming it right behind him and just bang, bang, bang. It's like this guy he could have been on stand being like, I don't know what I was shooting at. It was a flash, because like all I saw was a blur. They couldn't hit dog shit except his own teammates.
Yeah, but what you could hear him say was, I don't like you, I don't like you, and I don't like you.
I've been waiting for this
eating
excuse.
my sandwich in the break room the other day.
I do have a question, because the shooter appeared on Donald Trump's Instagram or X or whatever, a picture of it. So did he go back and take the picture of him, or was that picture sent to him to put on his X?
America. I'm just mute you. I've got a voice
I think it was on his phone.
So he took the picture?
A photo of himself.
No.
Yeah.
Good grief.
And when the mirror shot, him with all his weapons and stuff, yeah.
There was just a guy down on the floor. Oh, it's just
that photo was
that would be Secret Service, I imagine.
Yeah,
that
was a photographer or something.
Yeah, and of course you've got our king over there, haven't you? Which is nice.
We're all about kings,
and the queen, who we don't like, but there you go.
Well, yeah, your guy had to come over here so he knows how to be a king, right?
Oh my lord! He's only over there to learn from Trump.
Of course.
Learn from the best authoritarian.
Okay, enough political intrigue.
But that's what people come here for.
10 minutes of dumb political jokes, and then I guess some D&D.
Yes.
D&D?
D&D?
Somebody throw a shoe at him.
I've been watching some D&D.
Dyson Design.
Yes. Excellent fanzine. Excellent fan. I've been watching some D&D streams to see what it's all about. But I have to say, I put it in the chat earlier. There's some strange races that I don't understand. You know, I'm sort of like thinking, like, this person's a tree, or a minotaur. You know, and I'm just sort of thinking, what is this?
Well, I was watching a Critical Role one, a charity one, and there's Owl Bear Man. He fights justice.
They basically just made
half owl, half
every
bear, half
creature a playable character, essentially like a playable race.
Now that is interesting because that is also in MYTHRAS. Any monster could actually be a playable race, but I'm not having it.
Every game I played in, everyone was like, nope, like, I'm not going to deal with the stat blocks of like you being like a Medusa or something like that.
Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me.
Classic Fantasy does my head in because you've all got. Oh, do you have? No.
I'm an orc, aren't I?
Caramore doesn't. Caramore's human, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm the token human.
Yeah, everybody else has dark vision. Oh, have elves got dark vision?
Mm-hmm.
In D&D, yeah.
Should have.
No, in Classic Fantasy.
Yeah, I think they do.
So
I might be an elf, sorry. Yeah, I am an elf. I'm not.
You are an elf, yeah.
Elf on a shelf.
An elf on the shelf. Yeah. Okay, then. Let's get on. So at the end of last session, you managed to defeat the massive scorpion and the darklings, and it sort of like led you to have a rather poor reputation in Argent Reach. You've all got a passion, which is your reputation. Bartleby and Merrick, yours is slightly higher for the healing work that you did and what Merrick shouted at the beginning. And you discovered by talking to the guards and also Mix, who is in charge of the Copper Cup, that actually doing some work, some jobs for people will allow you to do two things. Number one, build your reputation. But secondly, more importantly, to get some coins, because as you were aware, the Argent Reach has its own minted coins called the Argent Crowns. These look very similar to silver pieces, but they're actually got an embossed Argent crown on them. And that's the currency in this area. And at the end of last adventure, I'm just going to move you over if I can find everybody. Oh, you are there. You had the guided tour of the town. If you remember when you arrived, Annalise talked you through everything. And then she then paid for your first night or for the rest of the week at the Copper Cup. And you had some factions and connected to people that you could actually go and investigate or actually work for and see whether or not there were any jobs. So the factions were as follows. The Dock Hands Guild, and they deal with anything within the deep lake. So they transport produce and whatever from one side of the lake to the other side. The Lake Wardens, who actually keep the rivers and streams clean and allows to ensure things are flowing. The Amber Shrine, who appears to be some kind of one of the religious orders in Argent Reach. The Free Factors, which are the independent merchants that are like a merchant guild. And then there is rumored also to be the Rag Pickers Circle, which is rumored to be an informal network of scavengers, beggars, and street collectors. And each of those have an NPC that you can actually go and meet. It is completely up to you where you go and who you decide. You can all go for different ones, or you can all go for the same one, or you can split it up into two. Just to let you know that there are adventures and encounters on every one of them. Some of them overlap, and even if you all go to separate ones, get a job, and then come back, you can still go and do everything together, if that makes sense. Just because you go to a faction, it doesn't mean that you're there and that's it. I do believe that everybody is healed. I'm looking at you, Bartleby.
Even though Cyrus didn't really ask for the help that he desperately needed, when he laid down in the dirt, I took pity on him.
Yeah, and you healed him. Please remember that your luck points are redone, so you're up to maximum luck, and also because it's the first of the month, or second of the month, you also have 4 heroic points in the bank. And just to remind you, heroic points can be used to give you an automatic success, and they come from people who support the stream via the memberships in the Ko-fi site. Okay.
Thank you, people.
One of them's Medivac. Medivac just uses it.
Purely self-interest.
So
my personal pool.
I actually, the other person who does it is Thy Royal Fleeks. And I did actually ask him or her, I don't know, whether or not they would like to come and play. But they said they much prefer to support and watch rather than playing, which was absolutely fine. So we will pick it up that you are in the Copper Cup, okay, which is actually in the lower district. Just outside the south gate, right next to the mill gate, if you can see it on the map. Just to remind you that the deep lake in the middle is not fed by any of the rivers. It is, the whole site, remember, is built on a dormant volcano. And that's sort of like where the crater was. And nobody knows how deep the lake is there. But if you remember,
is it accurate, like the map, like the size of the boat in comparison to the size of the lake on the picture?
Roughly, yes.
Roughly, okay. So it's not that large then.
It's big. It's big enough. It's big enough. It might vary if you decide to do things. There is an annual competition, by the way, that people try to see how deep the lake is. And they tie stones round their ankles and jump in and try to hold their breath long enough. They take a dagger to cut the rope at the appropriate moment.
This sounds like an excellent idea. We should tie some stones to
Cyrus.
Oh, let me see. Cyrus springs to mind, and see how deep the lake is. Yeah.
I was going to say
it's
we
just
could
because
cheat.
we assume you have magic to let you breathe underwater, Cyrus. So that's why we picked on you.
All the magic.
Yeah. Or we could cheat and get some rope and tie some like air balloons and stuff and sink them down, so that way you have some bags to grab.
It won't look obvious at all. I think you should.
The best way is to go. You want to go head first down, and so the best way is actually to wrap the rocks around your neck, so that way you're top heavy.
Okay, right. We'll tie them around your neck then. That's cool.
Okay, so you're in the Copper Cup. You are sat round a table. It is morning. You've had a measly breakfast because that's all that was paid for by Annalise. Nothing super. It was overnight oats, like a cold porridge mix. It was with something like cane sugar sprinkled on the top. And there was the option of either water, warm cow's milk, fresh from the udder.
Fresh from the cow. Wow.
Yeah. Or warm goat's milk with a sprinkling of cinnamon on the top. No, that was your options.
Well,
I'll shut up.
Cinnamon
gonna
sounds
say
nice.
I'm sorry, Merrick, about last night. I had my eyes closed and I thought you were the window. So I'm sorry about the wet morning. But
Oh, the vomiting, right?
yeah.
Oh
No.
I thought he had gone for a whittle out the window.
Yeah.
Breakfast is on me, all
That's
right.
what I thought.
Yeah.
By the way, this kind of
No,
looks like what.
it's on him.
well,
Oh, that's right.
it's certainly better than
Breakfast
what's
was
on
actually
me. Yeah.
you. That was dinner, actually. But and drinks.
All that said, we do need to make some money, guys. We need to figure out
Yeah.
something here, and we have a number of leads, but I think some of them would be a bad idea to get involved with. We're already not
when we got the royal tour, did we happen to see like a bank that's just like overflowing?
You didn't
We're
get
not thieves.
No, we weren't thieves in Liftflow. Doesn't mean
Definitely.
we're not thieves here.
Let's see how hungry we get first.
Definitely not a thief.
vacation.
Never been a thief. Never stole nothing in my life, mate.
Okay, well, I know, Cyrus, you've had your issues with the merchants, and the rag pickers sound like they may be difficult to deal with. I was thinking maybe the Lake Wardens or the Amber Shrine would be good places
Well,
to start off with.
I was thinking the Lake Wardens too. That's what I was going to aim for.
Now, we definitely need to
For
find
whoever's going to pay me
get
the
in
most.
with these people and get a
Yeah.
job. But I was going to suggest not sustainable, but on a short-term basis, we might be able to get a few extra coins to get started. And if we can find a silversmith somewhere, then maybe we can sell some of our silver coins just purely for metal value. By weight.
That's actually a good idea.
Get a few coins by
You've got
selling them for
loads of
some
them.
silver. They won't treat them
Yeah,
like
maybe-
a coin. I can't spend them, but they'll buy the silver to melt down and make stuff.
I mean, currently,
Make some silver dice.
So
I've got thousands held by the Brotherhood, so I need to find the Brotherhood over here.
Good luck. You could, if you want to sell silver, there's actually 3 places you could sell it to. The Low District will probably have no use for it. You could sell it directly to the craftspeople in the craftspeople district, maybe to blacksmiths, and they could melt it down and sell it on. The merchants' quarter will probably have some wheeling and dealing with the silver as well, but remember they are quite cutthroat there. And the other place that you could sell it to, of course, is the nobles. And you might be able to strike up a deal with a noble, and who then sells it on. So you got 3 choices there.
Who wants to buy some novelty coins?
Well, I was
They're not
I was gonna
chocolate,
just try to melt
unfortunately.
mine down to dice. Think my audio's messed up.
Wait, are you a smith?
Nice. That's an idea.
No, I'm not a smith, but I've seen people, make loaded dice before. I mean, regular dice before.
Good
Absolutely
catch.
perfectly normal dice that roll entirely randomly. Yeah. I don't know much about playing dice games, but I'd be willing to give it a go if it comes to it. He says, looking at his sleight of hand skill.
Of course, if once you've got some Argent Crowns, then of course the option to gamble definitely comes into play. The Lower District will be the best place to do that. Lots of gambling haunts there. The nobles probably will have gambling there, but probably getting into their
Stakes will be
games
so much higher.
Yeah. And yeah, the Temple Quarter, not at all. You might find some gambling in the Harbour District as well.
Well, what if we just invent our own currency and then make everyone around us agree that it's actual currency? Like we just
Cyrus,
say on a piece of paper
you get on that.
that we own all this, and then we can take it all the way to our graves. Like we call it like cryptocurrency or something. Like
You're drunk, Cyrus.
Yeah, that's why we keep it in the
sell them
graveyard.
Thomas
Yeah.
completely real currency, as long as we
So,
all agree it's a thing.
This is a coin which is yours, and this is ours, which is a bit of a coin.
Yeah. Yes. This is my bit of coin, and you can spend a lot of real money to get a bit of my coin.
Yeah, it's like, here's your receipt. You hold
Yeah.
on to that. That lets you know how much you have.
You definitely have because it's real.
Just so you're aware,
Everybody in this town looks at us like we're weirdos for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know what that reason could be.
Because they're afraid of our genius.
Oh my!
I am a valid trader. Damn it.
And yeah, just remember the average size is 13. That's all I'm going to say to you, Cyrus. The average.
As I said, that's how you use it.
That's why we call him tripod now, because he's got
The lake wardens can be found quite sensibly in the Harbour District. The Amber Shrine people can be found in the Temple Quarter, and then you've got merchants or craftsmen or the Noble District if you wish to sell some of your silver coins.
Do we think that it's safe to split up in this town? Like they already look at us like we're weird. Should we try doing that and cover as much ground as possible, or should we kind of stick together?
I'm wary of splitting up. I don't really think I'm not too bothered about the town. I'm more concerned about the fact that it apparently gets occasionally attacked by giant scorpions and flying things. I'm a little worried about them.
That happens in every town.
That's only ever happened in Argent Reach since you have arrived.
Well, that's what
it
they
happens
say.
in every town we go to.
Yeah.
That's just a coincidence. That's not on us.
Just to answer the previous question, you definitely get the feeling that people are suspicious of you, but you don't feel any violence towards you. They're not chucking things at you or trying to mug you or anything like that. If anything, yet, but they seem to be more suspicious. I mean, the odd one might even have a glimpse of awe, how you dealt with the giant scorpion. And that's what gave you your starting 10% for your reputation.
So why don't we go to each one? We don't have to sell at the first one we come to, find out what the prices are, and then go back, and we can use Bartlesby's silver tongue to negotiate. And we'll put a silence spell on.
Plan to me.
So
we're going as a group to each locate.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems like a good
Craftsman
idea.
District goes into the Merchant District, and then the Noble District is right around the other town, which I don't think we'll have a chance with them anyway.
Yeah, I'm just saying lunchtime is coming up.
Craftsmen and
pretty
merchants
quick.
are our best option. So if we just head over and check out those two regions.
I'm more concerned about getting money for food and water, because otherwise I'm going out of the city to go hunting.
Yes.
Ooh.
I honestly think we're kind of overthinking this, guys. It's pretty easy. People here are not used to people like us, right? They don't know.
That's the problem.
Well, no.
Yeah.
We can use that to our advantage. They don't know who we are. They don't know what we're capable of. And there's probably
I
people
will
who have the
admit
same
that not knowing
talents
who
as
you
us.
are is an advantage.
True.
Okay.
So this is what I'm suggesting.
Of course.
I kind of make a show. We use Bartleby use your skills of convincing people to donate for dumb reasons. And we just kind of get a crowd, and they just give us coins because we're giving them a show. What do you suggest? What do you think? Anything? Any ideas?
I would have suggested that we go to the lake wardens first because they seem to be upstanding people. And they also seem to be in a position where they may be likely to have injuries or something that I could actually fix. That's how I get donations generally, is offering to help people, and then they're usually thankful.
And I could help them with the work because I know things about nature.
Yeah.
I like that. I know things about nature.
Yes.
Did you know
that might be a
mushrooms
good place
grow
to start.
sometimes?
Okay, so are you all going together to the harbour district to see if you can convince the lake wardens to give you a job? Is that the plan?
Will, sorry, have you read the chat?
Oh, yes. Okay, let's
As we walk to the lake district.
as we're walking to the harbour
Yeah.
district. Did you say lake
Harbour.
district?
Yep, I couldn't think of the right
We're
word.
walking to the Lake District, apparently.
It's a deep lake, and
To the harbour district. That I spelt the American way so you would feel at home. Notice
Thank
that.
you.
That's right.
I didn't know there
I
was
don't feel at home.
I didn't know there was a wrong way to spell it.
Well, if there's a
it's
wrong
the
way,
one
you
from
will find
there's
it.
the right way, and then there's the heathen way.
Yeah.
Remember,
You know?
everything came from English. American English came from English.
It's called English for a reason, yes.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean-
exactly.
There's-
Do you guys
You
know,
know, like,
what America's best
we didn't
export
have
is?
medicine. People used to live, up to their 30s, and then we
they-
improved, and now we live
Yeah.
into our 80s and 90s. Yeah.
They say America's best export was jazz,
Fact.
and
Sorry.
England's best export is America.
Okay.
I think the Australians might disagree with you on that.
Yeah. Lionel, let's get your experience rolls done as we're heading over to the harbour district. How many do you have?
I
can't
think it was
remember.
2 sets of rolls I didn't do, but I have -1 XP modifier.
So did you have all the experience rolls from last event? How many did the rest of you get?
I didn't roll at all because,
No,
the last game.
How many did the Merrick? How many did the other players get?
I don't remember.
I think it was 12. That's what I'm.
Yeah, I think I threw away my note of how many we'd been given once I'd
It was
spent them.
12.
12 sounds about right.
It was 12. So in which
I
case,
didn't erase mine from the. Yeah.
so if it's 12, then Lionel, you will get 11. And that's what you would get. So if you open your character on your character sheet, if you click the little cog near to any skill that you want to improve, a little button will appear that says improve. Okay. And then, so if this is Ulrich's character sheet that I'm on, so if I want to improve survival, I just click improve. It will automatically roll 1d100 plus your intelligence, and then see I got an increase of 3. So you then need to increase the skill and hit return before you can hit it again if you want to do multiple rolls on the same skill.
Gotcha. Okay.
So go for it. What so you're going to start out if you tell us what you're going to use them on as we go through.
Okay.
So your first one's going on brawn, which was a really good, so that's up to 80. So where
Yes.
this is only because there's a whole load of people listening to the podcast version of this. So
Totally forgot about that, listeners.
if we all go, yeah, they really have no idea what's just happened. So your brawn has gone from 75 up to 80. That's one roll. What else would you like to try and improve?
Let's beef up endurance.
Okay, let's go for it. Oh, that goes up to 91, just a 1.
All right. Let's beef up my athletics.
Okay. Oh, goes up by 5, so that'll make it 55. That's nice. Very nice.
I will say let's boost up my influence. You know, that never know when that can come in handy.
Oh, yeah, you're not 81.
All right, let's go for insight.
Oh, 51. You can use multiple skill rolls on the same skill, by the way. So if you want to roll,
I'm kind of just spreading it just to see like what we
you
got.
got 7 left.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with locale. You know, get a little more familiar with the
51.
area.
Yeah.
Let's do perception because it's horrible.
Oh, it's not horrible anymore. It's 41.
I'm gonna do it again. Let's see if we can get it a little closer to 50.
That will still be fine. Don't forget to increase the percentage before you re-roll it. So that was
Okay.
41 and 44 now.
Okay. I'll leave that as is. What do
8. You got 4 more. Stealth is up to 41.
All right, I'm going to increase
7,
swimming.
8, 9. Ooh, 28. 2 more. So you're ready for the deep lake competition later on.
Yeah. Let's do unarmed.
Oh, 36. I think one left.
Yeah, we'll increase the curtsy.
52. Nice.
Yeah.
Hang on. And this with Darthy, and we're just doing Lionel's experience points because we missed it out the previous time. So, but the party are now going to the Harbour District, I do believe. Now, before you enter into discussion, okay, your skill rolls will actually change whether or not the people respond to you, or they don't respond to you, or they like you. It will also, how successful you are will dictate how many coins you get if you get through to that point. So as you're going around, you can actually use your passions or another skill to augment. Remember, it can't be the same skill. And the person with the highest skill is the person who rolls. Please remember that you are distrusted. People see you as suspicious. My first question to you, you're in the lower district. Is the plan to leave and come back in, or to just go through? Each of these walls, by the way, has a gate through it. They're not completely sealed. So you can actually walk through the barracks and the training ground to the Harbour District, or you can go out the mill gate, go round the walls and come in the east gate and then into the Harbour District. Or if you really want to go clockwise and go right the way round, then you can do that as well.
No, that would be silly. I think we should go through the barracks and training ground, because then we can show ourselves to the soldiers.
Also,
Yeah,
we can observe.
gotta roll up
We
the
need to
sleeves
learn
and
as
show
much
them the
about the
guns.
city as possible.
Say again, Lionel.
I was saying we gotta roll up our sleeves and show them the guns.
Bartleby doesn't have
with my
any.
strength, I don't think that's going to be very helpful.
Okay, and is it everybody's going together? Yeah, just wanted to verify that. Yeah. Okay then. So you leave the copper cup, and you
with a cup
without anything, because that would be stealing, Cyrus. And
already established we aren't thieves. Never have been.
immediately once you exit, you notice that this early in the morning, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. The first thing that you notice is that the whole district is very busy. There's a couple of people that seem to be scrubbing off the blood stains from the roads and the streets that happened when the Darklings dropped people to their death. And there seems to be generally people are going around normally and doing their normal sort of business. You do notice that there seems to be an increased guard presence here. You're aware of that because as you leave, Mix comes to the door as she's cleaning a mug or something, and comments that she's sort of like, oh, we've never had these round here. They seem to be rather important. Seems to be, and they seem to be going around in twos. They seem to look very much Roman centurion outfits. They seem to be carrying spears and shields, very much like you, Hazra. They seem to have metal on all the important places on their armor. And they seem to be very stoic. They seem to be very much doing their job. And you also notice that the people in the Lower District definitely respects them. As they walk around, you notice that they stand to one side to let them go through. But there's always a friendly interaction. It's not sort of like hoity or anything like that. It's really respect. And they sort of like talk to the common folk just as much, but they definitely are keeping their eyes open. And as soon as you all leave the Copper Cup, you do notice that lots of people are looking at you. Wearing your weapons is absolutely fine. Everybody who has a weapon appears to be carrying it. Apart from the spears or weapons that need to be out, everything else is in scabbard or cross backs and things like that. And it looks like, although it's a very peaceful town, that they seem to be having their weapons with them, especially after the attacks of yesterday. That obviously is still rippling through the town. You come through the Lower District, and I would just like anybody who has a streetwise skill, you're going to roll it now for me. If you have a streetwise skill, roll it now.
I have a streetwise. If anyone else doesn't mind.
Everybody can roll it, and then I'll see who actually sees things. So, Merrick, Balterby, are you doing anything with your roll?
No, I'm gonna hold off.
Okay. So Merrick and Leo, you both notice something. Merrick, you've got a success, so you'll get some information. And then Leo, you will get a little bit more information because of your critical roll. So just to remind anybody who's watching, whenever there's something like this, I have the information for fail, information for fumble, information for standard, information for critical. So the first thing that you notice, Merrick, as you're walking through the Lower District, and Lionel, you reckon you notice this as well because you've both got a standard. You do notice that there appears to be a few more urchins, young boys and girls than you're used to. They seem to be playing in the street. They seem to be playing sword fighting or rolling marbles or something like that. But you notice that there's definitely a presence on the streets in the Lower District. And Lionel, what you notice for your critical is that you actually notice every now and again, as you walk through this district, the same urchins, the same little children. So Merrick, you notice them, but Lionel, you notice that the same ones keep appearing. Lionel and Merrick, it's up to you whether or not you share that with the rest of the party.
I'll lean into our poverty priest and be like, careful, the pores are out. They seem to be eyeballing your purse. And I'll
I
grip
have
my
literally no
my
coins on
claymore.
me. There's nothing to
we
steal.
have our own coins from Lindo.
All of my coins are back at the church Famriel in Lindo. I left them when we went off to that mountain town because I didn't
how
feel that it'd
convenient
be...
for the church.
Well, it is what they requested, but
Yeah. I wonder why.
regardless, they wouldn't help me or those children here. Or pores, I mean to say, because I didn't know.
You do, as you continue through the lower district, you do notice that the human traffic, people coming and going, gets less and less as you get closer and closer to the barracks and the training ground. It seems that a lot of the initial trade happens just by the south gate and the lower district. So a lot of the time, even the merchant guilds will come down just inside the southern gate to do business. The barracks, as you walk across the barracks and the training grounds, there's definitely a different feel, a different atmosphere. The first thing that you notice that you, as well as looking very suspicious because you're new here, you also look very suspicious because it looks like you're the only people walking through here that are not actually guards or soldiers of some description. Despite that, you're not stopped or anything like that. Does anybody have any skills relating to militia or soldiers or anything like that?
Yeah, I got lore
Sort of.
war council, so I'm familiar with.
Okay, so if you have a skill that you think will be appropriate, then if you can roll it now, and then I'll have a look and then give you various. Let's see what happens. Cyrus, are you doing anything with your roll?
No, I want to be an asshole.
Okay.
Ignore me.
Yes, we will.
Don't know how relevant my law will be, but in terms of the law enforcement side of what these people might be doing, that's why Merrick has the skill. He used to serve as a judicial champion back in his home city.
Okay, so both Lionel and Merrick, you're both on form because you also picked up the information from the lower district. As you're walking through the barracks and the training ground, this is the place, by the way, Merrick, where the guards hang out, the city guards, but also the militia as well. You've seen this activity before. It seems to have been ramped up slightly. It doesn't look like a peaceful time of people and soldiers and militia and guards, etc. It seems to be a lot more. It's not frantic. There just seems to be more people doing more things. And you also
it's kind of on alert.
Yeah, you notice it has its own smith here, and you can see that there's a lot of activity making weapons and things like that, and a lot of drilling going on, as in fighting styles and things like that. And there's, while you walk through the lower district, it was busy because of commerce. Coming through here, it's definitely busy because of preparation.
Yeah.
You're not too sure why.
There are actually a couple of things that Merrick would have been looking out for. First in the lower district and then here. And I don't expect to find either of them, but
You hope.
in the lower district, well, no, I hope I do find them, but I don't expect it.
Nice.
In the lower district, he will have been keeping an eye out for any kind of signs or indications that there might be a presence here from the Seekers.
Okay.
Don't expect them to be here, but he's going to be looking at, in case maybe there's a sign above a door somewhere, secret sign above a door somewhere that indicates there might be a contact there.
Yeah.
And in the barracks and training grounds, he's going to be paying particular attention to all the drilling that's going on and looking to see if there is any sign that trial by combat is a thing in this area, because that was his old job. So if it's present, it's something that he feels that maybe he can try and get some work out here. But he hasn't found any signs of it outside his home city, so he's not very optimistic.
So first things first, roll a perception check to see whether or not you see anything in the lower district. Okay. Do you wish to use a point of luck? Because your point of luck would change that 50 down to 0.
Critical.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? I think I am.
Okay. Okay. So you don't see any indication of Seekers at all. But I'm using the same roll to go into the barracks and the training grounds.
Okay.
You do notice that they seem to be sparring each other in certain places, and they seem very proud of their abilities with swords and spears and everything like that. You think that if you challenge someone, they would probably have their honor to protect, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sort of got that impression from was it Annalise that brought us here, that it seemed to be quite a militant society, but I wasn't sure before whether that was just the group that she belonged to or whether
Guardians.
It was the whole society.
It seems that it's probably the whole society. It seems to be based on,
which is crazy
combat.
to hear, because I feel like when the entire city was being attacked by these winged beasts and giant scorpions, I didn't see one guard.
It was like 15 seconds that we slaughtered everything in.
And in fairness, we dealt with everything pretty quickly, so they didn't really have time.
Seemed to be on their
what's this
20-minute break.
So yeah, Cyrus is a lot thinner in the waist region now. He's got like an hour-shaped figure.
Yeah, the Pilates.
There is a huge change moving from the barracks and training grounds into the harbour district. If anything, it can probably be classed as being a lot more rowdy. There's a lot more people laughing and joking, drinking. There seems to be some people marking off ledgers and things like that. But it almost like seems to be a bit like, Cyrus, this seems to be your sort of zone. They're relaxed, they're chilled, they're enjoying their wine or the drinks that they're having. And if anything, this seems to be the people who've had a little bit too much to drink are quite happy to interact with you, if that makes sense. There also only appears to be, from what you can see as you enter the district, a patrol of 2 guards in this area. There was probably 2 or 3 pairs of guards in the lower district, and that goes right the way past the south gate. But here, there just seems to be 2. and they don't seem to be interacting with the members or the people who are working in the harbour district. Yeah, what's going to be the plan? Does anybody wish to do anything?
I'm gonna try to entertain to get free drinks.
Okay.
Um,
Did you say you're going to entertain?
Yeah.
this what skill is he going to pull out?
Fire dancing.
Yeah.
is
Acrobatics.
actually- yeah, I got acrobatics. Yeah, I'm gonna start off with.
Tell me what you're going to do before you do the rolls.
All right. So the biggest thing is I'm gonna approach, and I'm going to say, "See that candle right there, the little flame on top? I bet you, with just a flick of my finger, I can make that little flame turn to a little songbird and fly across the room."
Okay.
Okay.
So Cyrus is going to entertain the troops, so to speak. What's everybody else doing at this point? Are you?
Besides pretending we don't know Cyrus?
That's absolutely fine. You can either stay together as a group or split up. It's completely up to you.
Yeah. So,
I was gonna say I was gonna try to eyeball some of these recruits that are training and see if anyone want to test their mettle against me.
So you want to go back to the barracks and training ground, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's absolutely fine. What about the So
I'm sticking by Bartleby because he's my main concern. And I don't mean that.
Oh, bless you.
I want to make sure that he's safe.
Oh yeah, poor little buddy.
And I would like to go try to find our contact. I don't remember his name, and it's not on my notes, but somebody. If I don't have a name, then the goal is to find somebody who probably has one of those ledgers, to try and find who we could talk to get some work, or if my abilities would be beneficial here.
Okay, so you're good grief.
I'm massive.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Your sword is just like in your leg, right?
Yep. That's why my dexterity's so low.
You're always
right.
always peg legged a bit.
Hazra, did you say you're going with Bartleby, or did Merrick say you go?
I did. Yeah, I did indeed. Yep.
Yeah, I'll stick with Hazra and Bartleby.
Yeah. Okay, let's. Merrick's off a decent size. We'll just put you there, and Hazra as well. Okay. So just to let you know, Ilson Rook is the person who is in charge of the Lake Wardens. And as you go through the first gate and you notice the harbour district, you have a quick conflab and then split up in various directions. So Bartleby, with his two bodyguards, Merrick and Hazra, makes their way across to Ilson Rook, who is the leader of the Lake Wardens. You actually find his office, if that's what you can call it, down near the waterfront, down by the docks. There seems to be some people going in and out of the office, and they all seem to be wearing like a sash over one shoulder. It's navy blue in color, and it seems to have just up by the shoulder an embroidered little wave. I'll just draw it for you so you can picture what it looks like. Oh, does that make sense? It looks like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It seems to be embroidered in some kind of white or silvery thread. The door is open. There's these wardens are coming and going in and out, and you're quite welcome to enter. There's no guard or anything like that.
Well, I suppose we'll stride right on in.
Okay, so as you Hazra and Merrick, are you going in as well, or are you staying outside?
I'm going to go in with him. Yeah, just in case I can be of some help.
Okay.
I would take a look through the door to see what it's like inside, and if it looks safe enough, I'll let them go in together, and I'll stay outside.
Yeah. Okay then. So as you enter, you hear this as well, Hazra, from outside, because there seems to be two people arguing about something. One of them is sat down behind a desk, and the other one is stood up on the opposite side of the desk he has his back to you. And they seem to be arguing about a cause of something. And they seem to be sort of like saying things like, well, it could just have been that the local ruffians. And then somebody else says, but why would they ruin everything? And they say, well, maybe it's somebody trying to actually ruin what we're doing here. And somebody says, oh, well, I bet it's something to do with the rag pickers. You know what they're like. And goes to the other man, and he sort of like says, well, he says, the Dockhands Guild's always trying to, outdo us, etc. Perhaps it's them that did it. And at that point, Bartleby, you enter the room,
and I'll say to them, did I hear that somebody is sabotaging the lake wardens?
Yeah, so could you please roll your oratory skill? Let's see whether or not your silver tongue stretches this far into Argent Reach.
I don't like my tongue stretching,
Just the
but I'm just going to roll. Heck yeah. You know what? And if it would help, I would like to spend a point of luck to make that a critical.
Oh, yes. Perfect. So because it's a critical, you use your flowery language and come across almost as, do you want to be authoritative, or do you want to be friendly? What sort of emotion or approach would you like to communicate, since you've got a critical?
I'd like to go more of the route of concerned. Like somebody who believes the lake wardens really are doing a good thing, keeping the lake clean and pure, and that we'd be interested to help.
Okay. It's a good job you did change it to a critical, because otherwise I would have won the... no, you still would have won by 40%, so that's all right. But I'll give you a little bit. I'll get them react positively because of your critical. What would you like? What did you say you asked them?
I had approached with the intro of, did I overhear that somebody is causing problems for the lake wardens? As if it's outrageous.
Yeah, and the guy who had his back to you sort of like steps to one side, and you notice that on his sash he seems to have some kind of stripe that goes across it underneath the waves. And you also notice that the guy sat down actually has two stripes on his sash. And the one that is stood up, he's sort of like gives away the guy's name who sat down, because he sort of like says, I was just telling Ilsen here that we should be more proactive. We should do something. And Ilsen Rook, who you assume that is, who is sort of like stands up and says, welcome to Argent Reach.
Thank you for your welcome. I am Barleby Fumus of the
Yeah.
Church of Amriel. And this is my comrade.
It's my bodyguard. He says, yes, the news of your arrival has traveled quickly around Argent Reach. So,
well, we arrived at the wrong time. I don't know why I'm doing that voice.
you,
He suddenly has changed his accent completely for no good reason.
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, we did arrive at the wrong time, didn't we? You know, a little bit of excitement. If we'd arrived a day earlier, no one would have noticed we were here.
Oh, yeah, that's your accent. I remember it now. He sort of like says, well, he says it seemed that you could handle yourself.
Indeed. We have a lot of very talented members of our crew. Can deal with all sorts of different problems.
It's a rough world out there. And again, the accent's gone.
He said,
Forgive my friend.
The guy who is stood up, who looks at Ilsen and says, maybe these people could help us. You know, if somebody not connected to the Lake Wardens goes and investigates, then whatever is happening there will be, well, they could just deal with it. And if it is the Dock Hands Guild or the Merchants Guild, then we will have our hands nice and clean. And Ilsen turns to him, and he seems that his name is Pharaoh. He says, Pharaoh, they will know that they've been here unless they're willing to actually go without telling anybody that you are working for us.
Well, we can be discreet.
Pharaoh says, I like discreet. Discreet is
I
good.
mean, discreet is indeed, definitely, it's a good thing to be discreet, isn't it? And honestly, when you're new in town, you've got to be discreet, haven't you? So, yeah, we don't want to make any waves. Now, obviously, people might have seen us visit here,
Sorry.
so they might have an idea that we're talking to you.
You don't want to make any waves. I saw what you did
Yeah,
there.
But maybe it would help if when we leave here, we give the impression that we were not well received.
Oh, he says.
Not maybe going quite so far as you throwing us out, but you know, if someone were to escort us to the door with a stern look as if they were making sure we'd definitely gone.
And Pharaoh says,
then anyone
and
who
loud
does observe
voices.
that we were here,
Loud voices.
yeah.
Yeah.
Loud voices are always good.
Ilsen says.
Then it's possible that if someone's got it in for you, they might even think that in us, they can find a kindred spirit and they might approach us to find out whatever they're up to.
Ilsen says, I like this. We could shout loudly and wave our fists. Pharaoh could, give you a quick stab with his dagger or something, just to make.
No. I wouldn't recommend the stabbing part. I mean, if nothing else, I am a trained duelist, and my instincts might take over, and who knows what could happen.
Oh, right.
It
but
could end badly.
Maybe just some fist shaking then.
Yeah. Just some general. Get out. You've got a nerve. Don't darken our doors again, type stuff.
Ilsen says, I'm very impressed that you are willing to help us out for no other reason than you are helpful.
Well, we're new in town and we need to make friends, don't we? And you seem like good friends to have here. You're doing a good thing with the lake, and you know, keeping everything,
And
nice.
the rivers.
Let's face it, the city's life depends on that lake and on that river. Without them, everybody's scuppered, don't they? So you know, you seem like people who are worthy. Not only would you be useful friends to have, but also you're doing a good thing, and we want to support you. Isn't that right, Bottleby?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, so, bro.
Ilson is sort of like looking at you as if he's trying to figure you out, and he sort of like looks at Pharaoh, and Pharaoh sort of like goes, "Yeah, go for it, go for it."
I'm going to interrupt here and note to them, as we are new in town, we're hoping to find gainful employment. And if we
The
could be
truth
aligned,
comes out now.
Well, I do
Gone
know
for it.
one end of an oar from the other.
Ilson
Yeah.
says. He says, if we are to pay you, then we would have to arrange some way to exchange coins that does not lead back to us. Would that be doable?
As long as the coins aren't marked Lake Warden property.
No. And how much do you charge for your services?
Could I roll commerce to make a good guess at what a reasonable amount would be for this kind of job?
Yeah.
Can I do the same?
You both.
Or should one of us augment the other?
No, because they're both.
5,000 crowns.
Oh,
you
yep,
can't.
that's right.
We
My
can't
bad.
augment with commerce, can we?
You did
hang
say
on.
that
I mean,
earlier.
Could
You-
I augment with law politics? I don't know whether this is a political situation.
I'm quite happy for you to have a go with that.
Woo, buddy.
I got a
That would
critical
be-
3.
I think I get that would be +8 for my
Nice.
politics.
Okay, so if I tell you, I will tell you for nothing. Okay, that if you wanted to buy a shared room here or private room, the currency and the prices are exactly the same as in the MYTHRAS book, on the rule book on page 59. So a private cheap room would be like 2 argent crowns. A reasonable would be 5 argent crowns. A superior would be 10 argent crowns. So you would be looking, say, to gain between 50 and 100 crowns for your job. A meal at a tavern is between 1 and 8 coins. So anything between 50 and 100 would be seen as doable, which might actually increase if you want to barter with it and sort of like say, I want more money, danger money, or whatever.
I'd probably start at 70 then, but I'd like to hear more about the specifics. My guess would be 70 would be the going rate. And what exactly would you like us to do?
Okay. Just before we do that, Hazra, can you please roll me a perception skill?
I certainly can, yes.
Because you're outside keeping an eye on what's happening.
I am.
Okay. Could you now roll an insight check? You'll see why in a minute.
I'll reverse that. Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. You notice something. And although you didn't see it before, other people had told you, but you've made the connection. some of the urchins are back. 2 of them. And they seem to be sat a little way down the street. They seem to be playing knuckles or something like that out on the corner side of the road. But you actually notice this 3 times. You look over and they quickly go back to the game. Does that make sense?
Yes, it's like they're looking up.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping an eye on.
And there's no urchins close enough to the building to hear what's going on inside.
No, no, not at all. They're sort of like out of earshot range. They seem to be watching, but you do recognize them from the lower district while you were walking through that. We'll come back to the negotiations in a second because I want to nip across to Cyrus, who is are you doing a magic trick? Do tell me what's going to happen.
Well, first I'm going to try to influence and like kind of do like a little betting, but I also kind of want to influence and just create like a little storyline about a little red sparrow.
Okay.
So I'm going to do an influence check first.
Hang on. Give me the whole thing that's going to happen. Because
okay, so
it might be deceit that you're going to have to roll. That's why I'm asking.
Oh. Okay. All right. So the mission for me in this case is to prove to illustrate a story that of a sparrow spirit in the air and a sparrow spirit that's just attracted to light.
Okay.
And if I can show the sparrow spirit, I deserve at least a free drink.
Okay.
To a group of people who seem to be rowdy and verbose.
And how are you going to show the spirit?
Through animate fire.
Oh, I see. You're going to animate the flame of
the flame, and then have it fly across the room into the fireplace.
Okay, then. First of all, let's roll the first influence skill is going to be as people mill about and you try to gain their attention. So please remember, just like any other influence roll, it is opposed, okay, but their willpower is quite pathetic. Plus, some of them are drunk. So yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna have to re-roll that with the point of luck.
Okay.
Come on, guys, everyone, cross your fingers, damn it. Yes.
Oh, nice. Here comes my willpower. My willpower is only 23. Okay, so you've got a good chance here.
Nice.
Yes. So you start to gain a crowd. So roll 1d8 so we can see how many people start to gather around you.
1d8.
You can roll it.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
You've got like 8 people. They all seem to be some kind of tradespeople, manual laborers, and you figure about half of them have been drinking and the other half has been drinking too much, and they're all sort of like gathering round you as you tell this story to everybody.
Now here, everyone. I know we all here are all merry, full of spirit, but have you heard the spirit? The spirit of the little Robin? And I just kind of, there's nothing in my hands. I'm just kind of showing. They hear that the spirit, with lots of merriment and lots of wine, can come out like a little flame to show how fun we are in the light. At this point, with just I was like, with just a little flick and a little bit of wine, the spirit will come alive.
Okay, then roll your invocation skill. This is a sorcery.
Yes.
Yeah. So you do this piece of magic, and it sort of like turns into a bird and flies around a bit. And there's a lot of oohs and ahs, and somebody shouts "Faker" in the distance, and everybody seems to be really pleased with your.
The one who shouted "Faker," I'm going to have the thing like purposely fly around him a bit, like
yeah, and he's sort of like you notice that drops putting little embers of fire on his hair that he's flicking off, and they're actually going to give you coinage for your entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you're going to roll it.
And an agent.
You're going to roll it. So you are going to roll a 1d6. So out of this 8, sort of like 4 of them flick argent crowns to you, and as you sort of like pick them up. Now, just because of this, Cyrus, if at the next time you get experience points, if you wish, and it's completely up to you, you can actually have a new professional skill called entertainer, okay, or street entertainer. It's actually, the starting will be double your charisma. Okay, but it could be a starting skill, and then you can use that as you get better and better if you wish. Now we're going to come to Lionel in a minute to see how well he interacts with his.
Did I get 4 coins?
4 coins, yeah.
Nice.
4 argent crowns. Lionel, you'll be next up after the break, and I think you're going in to try to find somebody to competitively fight. Is that the idea?
Yeah. So my idea is to see like a group of guys training with practice sticks, and offer to test their metal, so to say.
Okay. And I'm assuming that there might be some gambling involved.
Yeah,
since your character is a gambler, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. We see how good they are, and then we start putting up some coins and see, just how proficient they feel they are.
Okay. So when we come back from the break, that's what we'll go and do first, and then we'll move on from there. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back, a quick 15-minute break. We're going to be back 10 to the hour. So please head off, grab something to eat and drink, grab those snacks, and be back here in 15 minutes. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn you guys off, and I'm going to turn them. We are back, so don't talk about that now, because otherwise I will not be able to monetize the video.
We always talk about normal things behind the scenes.
Always,
Totally normal.
always. And talking about normal things, we're going to come over. I know Captain's not back yet, but he's probably recovering from his entertainment. We are going straight over to Lionel, who is in the barracks and training grounds. Yeah, tell me how you're going to approach this, how you're going to make it happen.
I'd start by like watching the recruits, like, studying their movement and seeing what they're doing wrong.
Mhm.
And once I feel like I get a gist of just how much they've picked up, I would like to approach the one leading the training regiment
Mhm.
and offer, to a quick spar with, a couple of his recruits.
Okay, roll your influence. Bill. Ooh. You could use
I
a
will
point
use a
of
point of
luck.
luck. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
gonna flip that.
Okay, so that would be 9, which will make it into a critical roll.
Yeah.
So, despite your already suspicious, how they view you as suspicious, the man who seems to be the staff sergeant or the drill instructor sort of guy, who seems to be quite big and broad, and he introduces himself to you as Don, as in Don. He sort of like sees your attire and your weapons and assumes you're a fighting person, just like him. And he's really, you talk about some sparring, and he sort of like goes, yes, that could be interesting. How many do you want to take on?
Let's start with 3 and then see how brave the rest of them feel.
3 against 1. Wow, that is mighty fine odds. Are you sure you can take on 3 at the same time?
Well, if 3 men can't take down one individual, I think we have a lot more training ahead for these boys.
3 onto 1 really would be worth seeing. Let me see. And he turns to the group that he was drilling and says, gentlemen, this newcomer suggests that he could take on 3 of you. Would anybody be willing to take him up on his offer? And you hear them say, "Oh yes, sir." Oh, right. So 3 against 1 it is, but we cannot fight with weapons. We don't want to do physical harm. I
Absolutely not.
I suggest we have a piece of unarmed combat and see.
I was thinking of some training weapons. We can get some sticks. I saw they were training with spears.
In Argent Reach, we prefer to show our prowess just using our muscles and hands. No grappling. That would be just downright nasty. But kicking and thumping. And he says, "Prepare the ring, people." Like that. And there's a mutter as the sort of like little squad opens out and makes a circle, like a human circle. And the guard, the Don, the head of the drill instructor, says, "Right, there is only one rule. No killing. Okay? No killing."
Okay.
He's actually not...
Name as many people as you want.
He's not actually looking at you, Lionel. He's talking to his soldiers, his recruit. He says, "No killing. Okay, we don't want a dead body on our hands.
We don't want another experience like the last time.
Do I make myself clear? And they all go, sir, yes, sir. And they start to sort of like take off their armor, so they're just in their tunics. And he sort of like says, right, he says, are you sure you want to take 3 at a time?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to them and say, like, when do we start?
Okay, and he sort of like signals.
Still wearing full plate armor.
Yeah. He sort of like signals he sort of like goes 1, 2, 3, and they sort of like step into the ring, and they sort of like start to eye you up. You, of course, have not got your armor on at this point, or your weapons.
I'm going to lunge elbow for the closest one as soon as he steps in the ring. The first one to put his foot in the ring.
Okay, then. So the whole of this scenario is going to be done with unarmed combat. And rather than getting hung up with, I'm not going to run it like a combat, i.e. with action points or anything. We'll just roll it that everybody gets a hit. And you can decide to forego your hit in order to defend if you see fit. It's up to you. Any damage that we make will be non-lethal, but we'll say as soon as a bodily area is taken down to 0, that is the end of the fight, so to speak. Okay, let me just get up my martial artists. I've just found a muscle pickles. Oh, look.
It's perfect.
Can you click on can you see the pin in the middle of Deep Lake? Can you?
No.
Oh, hang on.
Oh.
Can you see
it?
it?
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
If you click on it, it's muscle pickles.
Perfect.
Is this suggesting that someone drowned Mr. Pickles?
Yeah.
Pickles?
Yeah.
Right. Let's
Stones on his feet.
Let's have a look at this. Okay, I'm just going to make. I've got thugs. I was just going to use thugs, but we might use. I think I've got some guards. Yes, this is what I need. Let's just pop that out so it's on my other screen. And here we go. Okay, then. So you immediately go and try to hit the first person as they step into the ring. So unarmed combat, go for it. Ka-ching!
All right.
So you go straight in, and I'm going to say this guy can't parry or anything because he's not aware of it. So you roll a d20 just to get the hit location. Oh, I need to get a pen out because we've got multiple hit points locations coming up. Roll a 1d20.
Got a 5.
Right in his 5. So you're actually going down low and whacking one of his legs. So you do 1d3 plus any damage modifier that you have.
No damage modifier.
Okay, so just a 1d3 into his leg.
Wait, just roll a d4 then, right?
Just roll a 1d3, yeah.
I don't see a d3 on the list.
So if you just type in /roll space 1d3. It'll roll it for you. So if you just type that in without the speech marks, it'll roll it.
Okay, I need to space it.
Ooh, ouch! 2 points into his leg. Okay, and you go straight in and sort of like go down, whack, almost like give him a bit of a dead leg. And this seems to have annoyed them somewhat. They're sort of like, they're all sort of like, some people are cheering, some people are jeering you, and somebody says unfair like that as I come in. So the one that you've just hit tries to hit you back with his unarmed combat, but obviously he's thrown off and just misses you. And the other two come in as well. But you seem to be quite dexterous as that one misses you as well. But the last one does hit you and does come in. You got lucky with the first two, and he whacks you straight in your 6.
Left leg.
Left leg. Right. D3. And he does. He actually. This is a big, burly guy. He actually has a damage modifier, and he hits you for 3 points in your leg. A nice dead leg. Let me know if anything gets to 0.
Okay. We're sitting at 2.
Or you wish to give up. It's up to you.
We're going all the way.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
So it's your unarmed combat again. So you can either hit the one that you've already hit or hit the guy who actually caused you damage. What would you like? Just to let you know, if you roll a crit, you'll be able to hit 2 people. Does that make sense?
I'm going to go for the guy that missed me. I'll go for the guy that missed.
Okay, then. Go for it. Oh, phew. Do you wish to...
I'm going to re-roll that. I'll burn my last luck point to re-roll.
Okay, then. Re-roll. Oh, nice. Good. Okay, good roll. Okay, then. So this is the guy who's missed. This is the guy that's not been damaged, yeah? Is that what you're saying? Mm-hmm. Or is, yeah. Okay, then. So go for it. Roll a 1d20.
Can't you choose location?
Come on. Left leg again.
If they get a crit, then we go to either choose location or do a double. Oh, you like this leg? Just think,
if you hit the guy you've hit already, you would have taken his leg off, I think, by now.
Yeah, exactly. Roll a 1d3.
So he'd be out.
3.
Nice.
Okay, here's me fighting back. Oh, hang on. That's not what... That a miss. I don't need to roll it. I've actually got the skill. That would have missed because their skill is 46. Ooh. That one misses as well. And that one misses as well. Nice. Bang! Everything misses you. It's up to you. Off you go. Roll away.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go for broke. I'm gonna try to throw myself at them and try to hit 2 at a time. So
okay, if you get a crit, then you can hit 2 at a time. Oh no! Misses altogether. Just just so you know, Lionel, as you're doing this, you can hear a whole load of people over in the harbour district saying, "Look, it was a firebird! It was a firebird!" As Cyrus is enjoying being a street entertainer. Here's the unarmed combat. 1 misses you. This one will hit you in your.
Please don't be a 6 or a 5. Oh,
in your 5. This is not burly one.
you hear a voice in the crowd shout out, "Sweep the leg, Johnny! Sweep the leg!"
So that does put me at negative with a 3.
Oh, so that hits your leg and your leg gives way, and I still got one more.
Oh, look at that.
And this one comes up, and because he's got a crit, he can choose location. And this is the big burly one, just goes bang in your head as he takes a shot. Dump. Oh, only 3 points into your face as you goes down. There's lots of shouting and cheering, and the big burly guy sort of like holds out his hand to help you up, to sort of like
I'll take the hand.
Yeah, and he sort of like he does that thing when he claps you both on both arms at the same time and sort of like goes, "Good fight, mister. I think you could have taken one of us out on a 1-to-1. Good on you to go 3-on-1. Impressive. We like your guile. We really do." And you notice that
walk off the
a bit of a limp as you walk off. But you seem to have gained favor, maybe not about your skill, but more about your courage and what you are willing to put yourself through. At this point, Lionel, I would like you to roll a 1d6, please.
Right.
Okay.
We got 5.
You can increase your reputation in Argent Reach by 5 points. Cyrus, roll a 1d6, please.
Oh, down. One more time. Hold on. There? No. There. There we go. Found it.
Got it? Oh, your reputation goes up by 6. And we're zipping straight across to Bartleby and Merrick and Hazra. You've noticed these urchins down the street, and Bartleby, and you're in negotiations, are you not?
We were at the point where we were talking money, but I wanted some clarification on what exactly we'd be doing. My guess was 70 gold payment, but...
Okay, is that where, do you want to start higher in case you fail your roll and it comes down, or are you going straight in at 70 and dealing it from there?
I think 70 is a reasonable, fair introductory price.
Okay.
So that's what Bartleby would start at.
Okay. Merrick, do you want to join in this negotiation?
I'm happy to let Bartleby negotiate for the most part, but Merrick might have difficulty keeping his mouth shut. So he may occasionally interject with something.
Okay. And what skill would you like to interject with?
Well, what skill is Bartleby going to be using? Would this be commerce for haggling?
He'll either use commerce or he might use his oratory skill.
I'd prefer
Because
oratory.
if he's not using commerce, then I'll use my commerce skill.
Okay, then. So you can augment. What would be the augmentation of your? It's 20%.
Augmentation, 20% of that comes in at 14, according to the character sheet.
Oh, nice.
All right.
I'll
add a 14.
So 14. Right. Go for it. Just to let you know. Hang on. I need to check my willpower. Oh, this guy is quite astute. His willpower is 64.
Okay. My oratory is a 66 normally, but a 14 brings that to a soft 80.
Oh, nice. Off you go then.
This is some good
Fingers
teamwork.
crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
58.
Out of 80.
Out of 80. You win because it's an opposed roll. So you suggest 70, and Ilson says, agreed, and shakes your hand on it. And Pharaoh says, I'll get one of our wardens without their sash to drop it off at your house.
I believe we're staying at the Copper Cup for the time being.
Copper
We're new in town.
yeah.
Would that be workable?
Yeah. And Ilson Rook says, so I had my notepad, and it's not on my notepad, it's on my iPad. He says, I'm just going to move you to the map of the surrounding area.
Gotcha.
So can you see that there's a river that flows up to the northwest? Yeah. Oh, I can see your laser pointer. Laser pointers, remember, if you're so you just press your we can chase each other around there. It's up that river. It's up that river. They tell you that they actually have a tannery situated just inside the forest. So this land, the land that's sort of like this darky green here, this is sort of like quite marshy. And apparently they have a tannery in this square here. Okay. And they, let me just place a pin there. I won't put anything on it. I'll just show it like that. And they're a bit annoyed because overnight the hides that were in the tannery were ruined. The people left last night. Remember, it's 10 o'clock in the morning now. And when they got back to it this morning, they noticed that the hides in there were ruined. They said they were slashed, chewed by something, and a lot of them were dragged into the actual water. The people found this and came straight back and reported. So there's nobody at the tannery now at the moment.
But they've got puppies.
Yeah. But what they would like you to do for your 70 Argent crowns is to go out there and see what caused it, and also fix it if possible. And the other thing that I forgot to do, Lionel, was to roll your gambling skill. Do you have a gambling skill?
I do. I have a skill and it's a passion.
So roll your roll your gambling, whatever it is.
Nice. That was a bit of a gamble, but you made it.
It was a
Vote
bit of a
against
gamble. So we are going to say that even though you lost, somebody felt sorry for you and actually gave you a bit of his winnings. He gives you 3 argent crowns for that activity. Yes, Bartleby. Yes, he says.
Sorry, can I just interject for a minute?
Yeah.
I can hear this going on from the door, can't I?
What's going on inside? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to crack open the door a little bit, click my fingers, and then put my thumb up. But while keep maintaining eye contact with the urchins.
You do what, Si?
Clicking my fingers, put my hand through the door, clicking my fingers, and then putting a thumb up to attract their attention, basically. And then my thumb up to agree with the what we're going to do.
Okay.
Because this is my whole neck of the woods.
I think that's an insulting gesture among his people. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I think our bodyguard agrees with what's going on.
he and Ilson Rook, is quite adamant about this point. He says, "Please, we don't need undue blood spilled over this. If you can't cope with what's doing it, then let us know, and we can send some of our wardens out there. Of course, if you are strong enough and have the skills to salt it, then be my guest. But if you don't come back, then nobody gets the 70 argent crowns."
Ilson, I can certainly say that we will approach every situation, my team and I, diplomatically as much as we can. But we can solve any issue otherwise. We will find out what's causing this issue and solve it.
Unless it's a spirit, and then we're screwed.
Yeah.
One of us,
Unless, of
one
course,
of us
it's
has
more than
spirit
70
shield.
crowns worth of issue.
that is.
I
so
mean, we're not fighting a dragon for 70 crowns. That's not going to happen. But
Says
within reason, we'll deal with it.
Cyrus, you're just finishing off your show, and you notice that Lionel comes through the gate, limping slightly, while he's donning his armor and weapons. He walks through. You see him there.
I'll bring him a tankard of ale, and just kind of approach him and said, "You get mugged?"
No, worse. I made the guards look good.
Oh, that's one way to approach it. I guess. I feel like you probably could just like said they looked good or compliment their armor and not get beat up. But you know what? We all got our strategies.
Strategies. I was just looking at.
At least he gets a free ale from it.
Yeah, I'll start sipping on it as I'm finishing putting on my armor.
So I'm just trying to find my map. They've got a map of this area. Yeah, Bartleby and Merrick, is there anything else you would like to do while you are in the actual room with the lake wardens?
Well, I don't have any further questions, so it's best to get
No,
this
I think-
resolved as soon as possible, right?
We know what the situation is. I suppose we could ask, do you have any enemies that you think could be behind this? Is it likely to be a creature, or do you think it is actually sabotage, as was being suggested when we came in?
Okay, so it's really interesting because both Ilsen Rook and Pharaoh answer at the same time, if that makes sense. Ilsen Rook says, no one. And the Pharaoh says, Dockhand Gang or Guild. And they actually say it at exactly the same time.
Exactly the same time.
And Ilsen
Righto.
looks at Pharaoh and says, what? He says, well, they're always messing into our business. He says, but they're not enemies. Well,
I'd have thought you should get on well with the Dockhands Guild, because surely, you know, your work is related, but not with a huge overlap. So you're not going to be competing with one another for business, are you?
Ilsen Rook says, tell you, when water's involved, we compete. Did you know, Ilsen says to you, Mary, did you know that they want to throw their waste into our water system? I mean, yeah, just use the bucket and throw it into the river. I mean, come off it.
Take a breath from the other side of the door.
Well, better the river than the lake, surely. At least the river's moving.
Well,
take it away.
To be honest with you, he says, it's not good with them. It really is not good.
Right, okay. You'd have thought they'd be interested in keeping the lake and river in good nick, given that their livelihood depends on it.
They only sail in it. They don't really want to support it, to be honest with you. If it came to it, this is Pharaoh talking, by the way. He says, I wouldn't really trust them as far as I can chuck them. And believe me, he says, showing his gun, as in muscle, I can chuck them a mighty long way.
Well, I shall keep that in mind should I ever have to deal with them. Let's hope they're not behind this.
So they agree that after you have sorted it, that you can actually come back and give a report. But they won't pay you at that point. They will send the money to you. And a warden without a sash will deliver it to the copper cup.
Our lodgings.
Yeah.
Righto.
Hazra, as things finish up and you sort of like hear them coming around, you sort of like look inside, and when you look out, those urchins have gone. Oh.
But would I have looked inside though? Because I made a point of always keeping my eyes on the urchins.
It looks like they actually are
like
just
a crowd of people walk in front, and when the crowd of people's gone, they've
oh
gone
yes, yeah, like
Yes.
a wagon goes by.
Yeah.
You know, you see, and then and then after the wagon's gone by, they've gone.
That's right. Yeah.
And in the distance, you just hear. Did you hear that? No, you probably didn't, because
No.
I heard it. It went da da da. Yeah.
So the camera angle changes, and there's three urchins just clinging to the far side of the wagon as this rolls along.
So Bartleby and Merrick, you notice that you are not surprised about this, but as you meet up, you find that Cyrus has actually got a tankard of ale that he's drinking, you know, as always.
No, it's not true. Sometimes it's wine.
And
In a tankard.
you notice that Lionel is limping slightly. as you exchange stories. How much of your Cyrus? How much of your story and Lionel's story are you sharing with the others?
Everyone loves me. I'm really powerful, and
Roll
I think
deceit. No.
No.
They know you're just talking out of your bottom.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
would say, yeah, I got paid 3 coins to, show these new recruits, some tricks.
It looks like you took a bit more of the trickery than they did.
Yeah. I mean, they picked up on it real quick.
Oh.
Showing him how to take a fall, were you?
Bartleby would
Did
like
you-
to give him a look over to determine how many injuries he has that are concerning.
Yeah, they look. He's got a few bruises and obviously fist mark bruises.
Did you show them the old focus on the left leg tactic?
Yeah, on his left leg.
So
Yeah.
I was teaching them, how to sweep the leg, and one of them caught me by surprise and swept me. But that's part of the job. When you're training recruits, they don't know their own strength.
No problem, my friend. It does happen. I myself have been caught on by many a surprise before.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'd like to heal his most significant minor wound.
Yeah. Yeah. That's folk magic, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. Just roll your folk magic. Yeah.
Oh, that should be a 99, not a. I need to get rid of my augment.
46 still work.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will replenish all your hit points. It's coming up to just after noon. You've got plenty of time to head out to the tannery, see what's happening, and then head back if you wish before nightfall. Or if you wish, you can wait until the next day and go out to it. What's going to be the plan?
I mean, we'd share that we'd be brief on what we actually learned to Cyrus and Lionel.
Bartleby, you're never brief. You're never. You have oratory.
Well,
brief on details and
yeah.
more
we'll
on
just
fluff.
give the absolute basics, and he can tell them the rest as we walk up to the tannery.
Yes, the goal is to look into this, and we will be paid.
Yeah, and I'll do some tracking on the way to see what's out there. And if I come across a Minotaur, we're going back.
if you come across a big hoof.
Yeah.
So
The way it was described to us sounds more like something came out of the water and messed with their tannery rather than sabotaged by some sort of human agents. But one of them does think it's the Dockhands Guild, but then he seems to have a bias against the Dockhands Guild.
But they've come out the water, weapons of Dockhands Guild, are taking a boat up there, gone across and just trashed the place.
Yeah, but the description...
Let's go up and find out.
The slashed... I can see the Dockhands Guild slashing things, but chewing? They said some of the hides were chewed. That sounds more like... Well, I suppose they could have had, but why would you take a dog on a boat? That just doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
Okay, is the plan to go straight away or leave it until tomorrow?
I'm good with going right now.
My preference would be to go straight away. If we've got time to get there and back this afternoon, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we want the money as soon as possible, don't we?
We do. And if there's enough light to have a scout around, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can. I think you're already on the map. You don't have any horses or wagons or anything like that, so you're out on foot.
No.
Brutus.
But one of the things
Should have asked to borrow a boat.
But one of the things that you did mention, Hazra, is using your tracking skills. Now,
Indeed.
I haven't created a full tannery here. But if you can you see this rocky outlet here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So imagine that's the edge of the wall of the tannery. Yeah. So everything over here is inside the tannery. And what you actually notice as you start to arrive from downriver, you do notice as you progress up, the closer you get, the more bits of leather you find, and they seem to have been ripped. There definitely seems to be teeth marks in some of them, but not. They look almost like human-sized teeth marks on it.
Have they been thrown into the water and drifted down with the current and on the side of the?
Yeah,
they seem to be on the wrong side.
Yeah, they seem to sort of like be. I'll move you across. Woo, there you go. They seem to
Witchcraft.
be sort of like floating down, but as you get further and further, there are some on the actual bank as well. And at this point, Hazra, I would like you to make a tracking skill, please.
Guys, I don't like to worry anybody, but when we were magically lifted across the river, I seem to have got stuck up a tree.
Oh yes, you are. It's I will. There you go.
Move him down off. Oh, that'll hit.
That's a formidable success.
Yeah. So just to, you obviously lead, Hazra, and the group are quite used to you taking the lead and letting you track ahead. And you do notice that there are some prints, footprints around the place, especially in the soft sandy mud by the edges, and you think you're thinking back to the time that you fought with the frog people. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Classic
The Batrachians, what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very similar to those. They seem almost like lizard-like. That's what they look like. And there seems to be quite a lot of activity just whereabouts you are standing at the moment.
Well, I'll call Bartleby over to use his amazing goblin lore to see if he recognises these footprints. Because I seem to remember he has an amazing way of identifying monsters.
He does.
Yeah, I do. Lore of monsters. I'll take a look at what these reptilian goblins might be. 57 out of 60.
Nice.
They're very similar to goblin, but they seem to be smaller, and they seem to have 3 toes on each foot. And you also feel that they are a little bit shorter than humans. There's not. Hazra points out the depth of the tracks. It looks like river goblins, but there's something slightly not the same. But that's the closest you can get them. What's that? What is it in World of Warcraft? That
Murlocs.
Murloc, yeah.
I've got one of those in the bedroom upstairs.
Okay.
Murlocs, yeah. Darcy had said it in the chat. There is one other thing that you notice, Hazra, and you almost like notice it out the side of your eye. this side of the tree, it looks like it's been fried, burnt. You're not roll an insight check for me.
There's a whole bunch of vegans just trying new things.
I think Hazra still has his earbuds on, but I think he's away from the. There he is.
I was sorry. I was
We
doing
couldn't
something
tell
really
'cause the
important.
camera was focused on the horse behind you.
Did you hear what I said there?
Yeah, you'd like an insight. Yeah.
Yeah, insight.
And there we go.
Oh, nice. You don't think it was fire that caused the burning? It's more like singeing, and you think it was probably electrical, like lightning.
Lightning, right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was going to
pass.
suggest Cyrus has been here, but apparently it's Bartleby.
Yeah. I'll mention that to Cyrus and see what he makes of it. But Bartleby, you do electric, don't you, as well?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'd like to move up to this higher vantage point on the ridge.
That's the tannery.
That's actually the tannery.
Oh,
Yeah.
up here is the tannery? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go up to the tannery then and
So
take a look around.
the doorway is here, and then all sort of like this area, all this area. Let me do this. There you go, people.
Such a nice square building. Cyrus is
Shut
going
up!
to take a.
Shut up!
Like Cyrus just wants to die.
I know he's got
A meteor comes crashing down right on top of Cyrus.
Oh wait, that's just the Minotaur's hammer.
Oh, hang on. Cyrus is in a bush in any case. I've put him on a bush.
I thought it was a tall tree.
You thought you were tall, didn't you? But you just stood on a sapling.
I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to roll folk magic for which site.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I'm a folksy kind of person.
Yeah, you cast folk magic. Which site? You have a look around. There doesn't seem to be any residual magical energy or anything round here. Lionel, the door is open, and it looks like it just looks like somebody's been searching for something inside. It looks in a disarray, but it's not completely trashed.
Yeah, I would step in and try to, like check the stuff that wasn't looked over at first glance.
Okay. Just while you step in, Bartleby, something comes round the corner. It seems to be some sort of lizard folk-ish thing, and it has big red eyes, and it seems to be carrying two pieces of tanned leather. It's dressed in sort of like what I like to call modesty rags. There's enough of rags but to maintain their modesty, if that makes sense.
And due to copyright, they're not kobolds.
Yeah, they are not kobolds. And
You can't copyright kobolds.
No, it's fine.
And they sort of like, it doesn't seem to have any armor or weapons on it. It just seems to be carrying these two bits of tanned leather, and it just sort of like walks around the corner, and it seems to be merrily going across the river. And he sort of like walks to the river and looks upstream. It seems to peer upstream for a while, and then looks downstream, and then sees you stood there.
Can I cast a spell?
Oh, yeah, it seems to freeze.
I was going to say, I was going to try my influence and just shout, "Stop!" in a commanding voice.
And I'd like to do something a little kinder.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah, the classic Bartleby move. A
Yeah.
little calm spell.
Go for it.
You do get a resist, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Against my 41, you get a willpower.
Willpower, thank you. It does succeed at his willpower, but it's an opposed roll, and you win the roll. Ensure. And what what effect would you like?
I was hoping to dampen its panic emotions as much as I can. Like, it's noticed us and it's probably afraid. I want to make sure it doesn't immediately jump to attack if we don't attack it. Because I was hoping then we would communicate with it effectively.
So you drug him with religion?
Yes, that is correct. Thank you.
He sort of like
Mormoning him.
seems to be it's as if he's a frightened deer in a headlight. He's literally, it looks like he just thinks, if I just stand still, I'll be fine.
It's a possum.
Yeah. Bartleby.
Can you understand what I'm saying, little one?
Little one.
Whatever you understand.
This is like a priest's bread and butter. This. Hello, child. Are you okay?
And yet I have no idea what my lines
You're
are
all alone
here.
He's just sort of like stands there, and then he seems to be looking around. It doesn't seem to have. It understands that you're talking to it, but it doesn't seem to understand your words. But what it does do is holds out the sheets of leather.
I'll shake my head no.
And it brings the leather back to it.
Hazard, do you know how to communicate with goblins? I've only ever read about them.
I'm going to pull back my spear. And, no,
Oh, yeah.
And chop his head off. It's going to do the medivac move.
Yeah, well, I would like to use my nature law to see if there's any way I can work out how to communicate. I mean, I can draw things on the floor.
You're quite welcome to draw things on the floor if you wish.
Let's see if this works. Nope.
We spent all that money on your art degree.
Forever.
I know, it's terrible. I'm going to, with my spear in my hand, I'm going to lower myself to one knee and just put my palm up in a friendly gesture and talk softly to it. Hey, little man, are you okay? Are you lost? Do you want a bit of tucker? And yeah, bit of bush tucker stuff there.
And while you're doing this, another one comes round the corner carrying leather, and he's sort of like moving, and it almost like looks a bit puzzled why this other one stood there, and then it sees you two. And
I'm going to take a bit of trail ration out of my backpack as well and just hold it forward.
Cyrus yells, Don't feed them. You'll never get rid of them.
It's yeah, the raccoons of this world.
I love them all.
It's just sort of like, and you're offering it food. Is that going to be?
Yeah, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to point at the leather, point at the food, point at the leather, point to the floor, and then point to the food.
You notice that it's sort of like they've both automatically almost like become synchronized, and they watch you wherever you're pointing, and then they put the leather down on the ground.
Okay, I'm going to point to the hand with the food in it and go, food. Eats.
Hang on a minute, because I just need to do a roll. You'll be able to look back, by the way, and see the rolls.
But they're like velociraptors, and there's 6 more behind me.
Never go.
Exactly. Yes.
Could you please roll for me an endurance check? It is opposed, and my roll is 49.
Okay, well, I will use a point to look and reverse that one, please.
Okay, and so that'll bring it to a critical. Yeah. Okay, so all of a sudden you hear almost like a crack of lightning, and you notice from out of the actual water. I couldn't find a tentacle, so I'm just using this as a tentacle, if that makes sense. Comes out of the water, and as it gets close to your right leg, it discharges what appears to be electricity, and it zaps into your leg, and you have a searing pain up your leg. But you make your endurance check, so you withstand the stun effect on your leg. But it's sort of like recalls back. At this point, you can see it. It looks like it's.
Oh my God! He's got electrical anacondas for arms.
Yeah, it sort of like looks like it's a sort of like flicked out from under the water. You can't see anything. You could just see this tentacle comes out the water, and it just flicks over and tries to electrocute you, and fails. Okay, at this point, I would like. Hang on, don't do it now. Yet, sorry.
So I'm just going through my inventory to see if I've got bombs.
Can you all click on your tokens, please, and roll your initiative?
I can't because I accidentally deleted my token.
Did you? I thought something was missing.
Yeah. I pressed delete on the wrong keyboard and accidentally deleted my token when I was trying to delete something from a note I was making. Whoa! Giant Merrick, right? Okay, so they sort
of get into the water and get him.
18
He's been resurrected.
Long, so he should be good.
He's come back as a giant.
I'm going to have to put you on again because you were deformed then. Whereabouts were you stood?
He was sort of somewhere. Somewhere over there, but he's gone big again.
From the depths, 40,000 behind.
Wait, where have you gone?
It's there. It's massive.
It's got huge again. Yeah, I tried to move it to roughly where he was,
Cyrus,
and he just went punk again.
Character looks like
Okay.
a claymation
Now-
character
Now-
from
now
like,
I
No, he's
see two
inside
of
his
me.
own token. He's going to stay inside
This
himself.
has gone very strange. I promise I will never touch a keyboard again while we're playing.
You're absolutely fine on my map.
Oh,
I've got a massive token.
Yeah, I got massive token.
Just
Hang on. If I can delete my first one, can I delete the massive one?
Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Right, there we go. So I was about here-ish.
yeah.
You fibbed. You touch your keyboard.
I know.
Can you now roll your initiative?
Hopefully now I can roll my initiative, yes.
Damn. Damn, damn, damn.
Right, hang on. I just need to click on my token here.
It's 19. Kraken.
God damn it.
Electric Kraken.
Yeah. Whip Kraken away, whip Kraken away, whip Kraken away.
Hazra and Merrick, who has the biggest initiative?
Oh, thank goodness you did that.
Probably has
So this isn't an
base
initiative
is 11.
measuring
Mine's
contest,
8.
guys.
Oh, well, then.
Oh, wait, it is.
Yeah, I must have rolled an awesome roll. Yeah, mine's an 8.
You must have.
Yeah.
Make sure to measure from base, not from chain.
That's right.
Okay.
Right. There we go. That's the order. So we're going to say that as we launch into combat, okay, this is round 1, turn 1, and the tentacle comes out again to try to whack you, Hazra. Let me see what we do. Yeah, my vengeful zap comes out, and it is going to hit you. Now you have a choice.
I can parry or I can evade.
Correct. And you do have Daredevil.
Yes, which means I won't be prone.
Yeah. So evade is just an opposed roll. So you would have.
So I need to get more than 33.
Correct.
That's a very fine line. That gives me a 7-point margin.
But you could get a crit. And in which case you would be better.
Yeah. But then my block, it would be 117. Reduce yours down by whatever, but yeah.
Hang on. So just remember I'm using lightning.
It's a rubber shield I've got anyway, so it's fine.
What do you wish to do?
To be fair, I'm going to assume that my shield will be my back anyway, because I've been offering this thing food and held my spear in my other hand, so I will evade. I beat yours. I succeed. Boo shakalaka.
You do. Nicely.
So, literally what I'm going to do is, jump behind a boulder or this tree over here.
Yeah. Right. And Merrick. Merrick, you can you can see that there seems to be cracks of lightning happening over by where Hazra was. I forgot to put
Eric says, look over there. It's shocking.
I am going to draw my sword and
blade sharp.
Sort of move over roughly to here and assess what's going on. Then I'll try and blade sharp on my next action.
Okay. Hazra, you're up.
Oh, is the tentacle still out?
It certainly is, but you're out of combat range at the moment.
What with my reach?
Because you evaded out of combat, didn't you? Out of my.
Okay.
So you would have to.
I was hoping I might still be in reach with my spear, but okay.
You can step back into combat if you wish to hit it with your spear.
I'm going to throw my spear.
Oh,
goodbye, spear.
Yep, that's going in the water and drifting off downriver.
I've only got a certain amount of my father's blood left, so
yeah. Roll away.
Oh, what's happened there? Oh, that worked. So I got 81.
Oh, right.
I need to do a minus, don't I?
No, hang on. That roll is absolutely fine. But let me, if you go to if everybody who's got over 100 skill, if you go to your character sheet, when it says 101 plus penalty, don't have it as set, has it at prompt. Okay, so
it'll ask every time you roll.
Yeah, so what you would do this roll is fine. You would roll that combat, it'll ask you for a modifier, and you will say minus 17. Okay, but when I do my roll as well, I minus 17 as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a good critical, so that's fine.
So we've already decided we're going on the previous one. Right, this is my evade from your 81. So I'm actually at minus 17, aren't I?
Yeah.
Minus 17. Ooh.
Damn, Hazra, look at you.
Okay, it misses its evade. So this is going to sound a bit weird, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tentacles. Okay, so this is just one of them. Okay, so you're going to hit this one, but I just need to know which one it is. Okay,
so you want to roll 1d7.
Don't tempt us with a good time.
Roll a 1d20, so I know where it's going to be.
Okay, yeah. And I'll be using Impale.
Oh yeah. It's on that one. Yeah, that is one. Okay then. So you need to roll 2 damage, and we'll take the biggest.
And we are thrown. Where's thrown? Oh, it doesn't make a difference, does it? Because it's thrown speed. There we go. It's got the mark.
Did you put the plus on? Because you'll have you've got a damage modifier now.
Oh, haven't I?
Yeah. So
but not for thrown though. I get a +1 for stabbing, but not for thrown.
What? Surely, you not add your damage modifier when you chuck it?
Don't think so. No.
Hang on.
Like I say, I've got it as a +1 for stabby, but just a 1d8 for non-stabby.
Yeah. So, but what on your character sheet, where it says thrown. I'm just coming into your sheet.
Okay.
Thrown. Then can you see that little plus in between the 1d8 and the L? Click that. Now that will apply your damage modifier whenever you actually roll it.
All right. Oh, fantastic.
So that's
look at that max damage.
Max damage. Which one was it? This one. Okay. You lob your spear into this tentacle, and it sort of like jams into it, and the beast sort of like recoils from it. I'm going to actually say that with that damage, you've impaled it into the mud below.
Soil. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you happy with that?
That's good. Yeah.
Like that. You throw it and it goes, it's such a wonderful shot. It goes in on an angle. And now this it's sort of like pinned down, and this tentacle is writhing about again with electricity. Cyrus.
Cyrus is going to start rolling for rack. So
Oh,
he's going to
yeah. So tell me what you are shaping.
Shaping is just distance and full intensity.
Distance and what?
Intensity, which I guess
Intensities. Do you mean magnitude? Intensity's
distance,
always the same with yours. So range,
range,
So that would be 2, 1 turn plus your shaping for range, so 2 turns. So let's put that. Don't want that.
And I can't add bypass armor to this.
No. Oh, is bypass one's a concentration spell, rack's a concentration spell.
Is it?
It is, yeah. I'm sure of it.
I'm sure.
I think
oh yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. And are you just going to leave the duration as normal?
Duration, what's the regular duration?
Power in minutes without anything added to it.
That should be fine, yeah.
Okay, then. So if you also want to put, you can add bypass armor onto it, but that will increase the number of rounds it takes to cast. It'll go up to 3 turns.
That's fine.
It'll also make it hard to actually cast it, because
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, then. So we'll have 3 turns, and let me just put. You can't put bypass armor on rack. You know that, don't you?
Well, then what am I doing that for then?
Well, that's what I want to know.
Then no.
Bypass armor is put onto like your sword
objects, armaments or natural weapons.
Yeah. So do you want to still cast it or not?
No, then just rack.
Okay, rack.
So just 2.
Now I learned something new about rack, which is really cool. So you've got rack now for what's your power?
14.
14 minutes. So say, for example, this this combat finishes after a minute. You still got rack, and you just don't use it until you want it back again. Does that make sense?
Dormancy, yeah.
Yeah.
But only in a 14-minute period?
For 14 minutes, yeah. And then you roll your invocation every time you use it, because that's like your to hit roll with it.
Got it.
Bartleby, you're up.
With my comrade coming up behind me, I would like to start backing away, and I would like to cast a spell on him.
Oh, on Merrick.
On Merrick.
Ooh, favoritism.
Take the wind from his sails.
Oh, Merrick, you get touched by
an angel.
Yeah.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder.
By a priest. It's a difficult time.
Send some power over to you, and I'm going to try and kind of like put my hand on your shoulder and moving you to go up there so I can flee.
He reaches his arms and slowly strokes down the length of your sword.
It's necessary to do it slowly.
It's just getting worse now.
Okay. And Lionel, you can hear there's definitely something happening outside.
Yeah. So I'll come, like, I'm assuming there's like a window or like an area that like looks out to the river here with the tannery.
Yeah, you can look out a window.
Yeah, so I'll see it and I'll draw my bow and ready to take a shot.
And open the window.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
you're going
I
to smash
punch,
it?
punch through the window as I'm drawing the bow.
Okay, then. And that brings me to what kind of bow have you got? And what's the reload time?
I believe it's 2 turns, but yeah, I have a short bow. Load is 2.
2. So therefore, you'll need.
This game is so slow.
You'll need. You'll need 2 turns after this one because the first one is getting your bow out and breaking the window. Bartleby, you see these two. They've already dropped their their bits of leather. They see this huge tentacle that is now pinned down to the floor, and they just turn and run as fast as they can in. Oh, hang on, not that direction. In this direction, if that makes sense. Let me just get rid.
Yes. That makes the most sense.
Of that. And that is the end of combat round 1, turn 1. So we're going into turn 2. And that is where we will leave it. So we'll come back next time. Combat round 1, turn 2. My river eel or my tentacle writhing beast goes first. Okay, and we'll do that the first time in the next session. Ooh, we've got some nice spells going off. I love it. Okay.
Make a note I've got Blade Sharp from Bartleby so that I don't forget that and try and cast it.
I'll let let's. I thought there was a little.
We got a suitable thing for Blade Sharp.
Oh, you've disappeared again.
I've gone away again. All I did was click on it. I did not press anything. I just clicked on it.
Can you remember what your initiative was?
It was 18.
It was just above me with 18.
Yeah. I'm scared to click on the token now in case it disappears again.
I'm sure we had. What do we normally use for Blade Sharp? Oh, look, why do we give you 2 electrical shocks like that? That looks nice.
That surely is what the electric octopus or whatever it is using.
Yeah, so that's it. Okay, brilliant, people. Well done. Why is my whole map just gone yellow?
I don't know.
We're having a wacky
mine's
time.
perfectly fine.
Merrick, what are you doing to my game?
There's something very strange going on here.
And now Cyrus is facing the wrong way and has a yellow orb round him.
He's always doing that,
It looks like he's coming
That's Cyrus for you.
He just comes to the atmosphere, right, Cyrus?
He looks like he's got an aura going on. What's that?
I think I pissed myself.
What is that about?
That's his hair. It's just upside down. So there we go.
Rid of that.
Turn your comic powers off.
There you go. Right. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's just see if anybody would like to say anything about where people can find you, etc., etc. We'll start with you, Medivac, because you're dashing off tonight. You're going on holiday.
Well, yeah. Right, we're not streaming on Monday, which I normally do Traveller on Monday. We're not doing that because it's Bank Holiday Monday, and I don't think any of us will be sober, which doesn't really make a difference for me. But yeah, so yes, and then we shall be doing
the holiday. We lost the best colony celebration, or
oh my lord, it's May Day.
May Day. Oh yeah,
May Day, where we celebrate May the 4th with you. We actually get a day off for that, which is great. In fact, I think it is May the 4th, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's amazing. Just a Star Wars day. We would get a whole day off for Star Wars.
That's it.
But surely of more interest to you at the moment, given what you've been playing recently, is that it's just been Traveller Day.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah, May Day is Traveller Day.
Traveller Day. But in the Traveller Day, you don't get to sing the Yup Yup song. Yep, yep.
There is that, yeah.
Yes. And then on Thursday,
Thank
we
you.
play Pathfinder Kingmaker, episode 56 coming up. We are just wading through a cave full of cultists who are in our kingdom causing havoc.
Very nice.
That's 7 o'clock English time.
Yeah. And that's it. Is that it?
That is it. Thank you. So, on Saturday, but not next week because I'm away. You'll see me here.
Nice. Oh,
Hello.
You're not here next week. If I'm playing, I'm going to be wrapping my tentacles round you.
I'm going to be with Filey.
Oh, that's posh. Filey Brig.
That's where I'm going, Filey Brig.
Yeah. Mr. Pickles, how's your podcast coming along?
Well, we haven't made any progress, so I don't have anything for you yet. Doing the good old pickle.
Technically,
pickle
that's
effort.
the most progress you've made all year.
Hey, yeah, I thought about it once. That's a lot of progress.
There you go. Lionel, do you have anything that you wish to say?
Yeah, I got my YouTube channel, Biohazard Binky 777. So I'm going to be heading
rolls off the
stateside.
tongue, that one. Doesn't it? What? Biohazard Pinky.
Binky. No, Binky.
Binky.
Yeah. Binkie.
Okay, yeah. Bio.
Yeah. So I'm going to be stateside back in June, and I'm going to be making a bunch of videos, to start uploading on my channel.
Nice.
So.
Nice. What are videos about?
Yeah.
Okay, that's and fish, not fish.
Well, Mapper Monday, hopefully, will occur. I still can't say what time it's likely to occur. Partly depends on insomnia. It'll happen when I'm awake and not doing anything else. The only time I can say for certain is not in the evening on a Monday, because that's either Drut streaming or sometimes we've got a game on. And actually, Mondays I don't work. That's part of the reason why I do Mapper Monday on Monday. Because it would be silly to do Mapper Monday on a different day.
Weren't you doing? You had an RPG game last. I'm sure I watched.
Yes, we had. So I am running an actual play of my own obsession system, which we're trying to get a session a month in that.
Nice.
And I've just done the April session, which means that the May session is due on very soon. Hang on, let me look at I delayed the May session so it wasn't too close to the April session. The plan is supposedly first Tuesday of every month.
Tuesday of
because
every
April because April got delayed, we've actually bumped the May one, so that'll be on the 12th.
Nice.
So it won't be this week, it'll be next week, and that's on my Leashing Barguests channel. And as I say, that's playing Obsession, which is a system that I published in 2011. I think I actually published it. And I think I've got about 5 sales ever on the thing.
Nice.
Because I'm good at writing rules, very bad at marketing.
5 is better than 4.
That's true, yeah. We're using that for a fantasy game, which, if the campaign goes well, I intend to write up as a standalone RPG and publish that.
Nice.
Obsession is a generic system that you can use for anything, but I'm going to write up the fantasy version of it if this campaign goes well.
Excellent.
And try and get that out as a standalone game.
Fantastic.
So I think that's
sounds
pretty
good.
much what I've got planned at the moment.
Okay, I'll be streaming ESO tomorrow at 12:30, and not on the evening, but on Tuesday evening, there'll be Learning MYTHRAS stream on this channel and YouTube. And Captain Kangaroo, now before you start, Darth says, is Captain saving whales in the Pacific again? Or is he out in Africa trying to make it rain over the Sahara Desert? Captain Kangaroo, it's all yours.
I was actually looking to see if I can save any whales in Wales, but apparently there's not enough room. Actually, I just realized I found my book, my Dungeon Master's Guide for D&D 5th edition. And due to the transitive properties, I've definitely known how to read. That means I'm a professional DM. So I'm going to be doing a podcast / YouTube series called D&D Definitely Matters More. So if you want to if you want to enjoy learning about how to properly play D&D and because it's the best version of tabletop RPGs, just feel free to support me. You can go to 86mythras.net to throw money and just see if you can learn the best possible version of what we do from a professional.
I think that sounds very much worth it. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who's come along and supported the stream. We hope you enjoyed it. And remember, you too can play MYTHRAS. There's a free set of rules called MYTHRAS Imperative for you to enjoy. It includes fantasy and superpowers and anything that you want. So if you're interested in playing MYTHRAS, then do go and check that out. Okay, until next time. I'll see you all next time. And until then, please look after yourselves, stay safe and healthy. And I will see you all later. So it's goodbye for me, goodbye. And it's goodbye from them.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. Bye.
Oh, heart
Bye.
attack.
I'll just get rid of you as soon as I possibly can at that point.